front red.
When you inherited this roster, what were your first impressions of Lampard? And was he playing on defense at that point? Or right, exactly. I kind of thought that might be your answer. And what caused you to maybe first notice him out there?
We just put him out there, and threw him the ball. So I don't know if he's on defense before we got here or not.
Well, I mean,
to be honest with you, we was playing out there, and he was playing offense. So
okay.
He may have been. I don't know. That probably didn't sound very good for him. But we had a lot of other issues when I got here besides whether Travis was playing offense or defense. So he's worked his way into it, and it's like I said, it's a great story for him. We've got a couple guys like that we awarded scholarships to preseason. We've got a couple other guys that are right on the edge of that are playing a lot, and I think it keeps the competition level up. When you're talking about a guy who's really the true 12th man who walks on here and earns his way onto the team, and goes into the SEC game and is one of the offensive players of the week on a game on the road on national television at night. Shoot, it doesn't get any bigger than that. For a guy that didn't have a scholarship. And so, like I said, I think the big thing out of it is it just goes to show everybody in this room, whether you're the highest recruited guy or a guy who just showed up and said, hey, I want to play football at Texas A&M, if you work at it, and your effort's going to be recognized, and if you're a good player, you're going to be able to play.
When Cam played at Auburn, people thought he was like a once-in-a-lifetime player. Now Johnny's come here. Same could be said for him. Do you see any similarities between the two of them and what they've done?
They won a Heisman.
As far as they play? Or
No.
Not at all?
No. Not really. I don't compare players, quarterbacks, whether I've coached them or not. They're different people, different times, and they're both very, very good, impactful players. So one guy's 6'6", 250. They're two different guys.
We'll go to the back, Chip, and then Rusty.
Kevin, what's the biggest difference you see in this year's Auburn team versus the one you prepared for a year ago?
They're 5-1. And they're ranked 24th in the country. So that's very different than the team we played last year. And they've got a lot of energy. In some respects, it's a little bit like where we were last year. Got a new coach, they got new energy, they got good players. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Gus does a great job schematically. Ellis Johnson is a veteran defensive coordinator. The kids believe in what they're doing. Got a great punter, one of the best punters in the country. He's going to be a Ray guy. Probably finalist, semifinalist. Already returned, return kick for 100 yards. They're playing very, very well. And they've won some close games, gained some confidence. They've been at home a lot. But, it might be a lot of the same guys, but it's a completely different football team from an attitude standpoint, and I think that shows up in not only their record, but their approach to the game on Saturday.
The first recess standings will come out on Sunday. What are your thoughts on the coaches poll playing a role in that?
I don't know. I think I'm a part, me, Sam. I've been a part of the coaches poll. I gave it up 1 year since they made it public at the end. And a bunch of people written me, so I didn't vote the next year. I've been fortunate to be back on it. I don't know. I think as you get closer, as you go down the road, I don't understand. I think the coaches poll is a good poll. I think the problem is you have a bunch of preseason polls, and because of the preseason polls, a lot of teams benefit from it. A lot of teams don't, and guys move in up and down out of the poll based on a preseason poll. You had a team a year ago start the year preseason number 1, and at the end of the year they weren't even in it. And then you had another team play the national championship game amazingly which is the first time it's happened, start without being in a preseason poll and get to the national championship game. That very rarely happens. There's got to be a special set of circumstances. So I don't know that the poll is that big a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but in my opinion, there probably shouldn't be a poll until this week.